And let's not forget the backdrop to all of this. While Melania's lawsuit dominates headlines, Donald Trump has his own share of controversies brewing. Some speculate the lawsuit might be a clever strategy to divert attention or restore the focus on Melania's narrative, especially as political heat builds around her husband. But is this truly a calculated move, or simply a woman defending her name? Joe Rogan weighed in once again, doubling down on his critique of The View. He dismissed their comments as gross and uninformed, and accused them of taking cheap shots at Melania for attention. Rogan also pointed out how quickly The View has shifted its tone over the years. Once upon a time, they warmly embraced the Trumps, calling Donald a friend and applauding his appearances. Now, it's a complete 180. Rogan called it hypocrisy, plain and simple. But this case isn't just about Melania, it's about bigger issues. It raises critical questions about fame, privacy, and the boundaries of free speech. Do public figures like Melania have a right to defend themselves from personal attacks, or is this the price of life in the spotlight? Where do we draw the line between free expression and outright defamation? Legal experts are already predicting that this case could be a landmark moment in media law. If Melania wins, it could reshape how media outlets and talk shows approach public figures. The ruling could force a rethink of what's acceptable to say about politicians, celebrities, and their families. Critics argue that such a precedent might limit free speech, while supporters say it's about time the media faced accountability for crossing the line. Of course, not everyone is on board. Some skeptics believe Melania is using the lawsuit as a publicity stunt, a way to stay relevant and control the narrative. Others, however, see her as taking a bold stand to protect her reputation and dignity. One thing's for sure, this isn't just another lawsuit. It's a high-stakes battle with ripple effects that could change the way the media operates. Whether Melania emerges victorious or not, her case is sending a loud and clear message. Even public figures deserve boundaries. As this legal drama unfolds, all eyes will be on Melania, The View, and the courts. The outcome could set a new standard for how public figures are treated by the media, and it's safe to say this story is far from over. So, what do you think? Is Melania right to fight back, or does this open the door to silencing free speech? Let us know your thoughts, and stay tuned for more updates. This is one saga you don't want to miss. Stay engaged, stay curious, and we'll keep you posted as this battle heats up. Melania filed a defamation lawsuit against the hosts of The View, claiming their statements were not just false but deeply damaging to her reputation. This isn't just about hurt feelings or a public relations stunt. Melania is fighting to protect her image and ensure that false narratives about her don't spread unchecked. Let's be clear, it's rare for public figures, especially at her level, to go this hard against media criticism. Most would issue a brief statement or ignore the controversy. But Melania, she's not holding back. By filing this lawsuit, she's sending a loud and clear message that she won't let lies about her character stand. When asked about the situation, Melania said, "Would be made that you would have to be sitting here defending him. You never thought about that. But I'm not surprised in one way because a lot of people are against my husband, and he's run for president, so nothing surprises me." She continued, "It's got to be hard though. I mean, it's got to be a difficult thing. In one way, it's hard because the press is very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me and my husband. You need to defend yourself all the time. But why does this matter so much? Well, this case is about more than just a celebrity dispute. It raises huge questions about what can and can't be said about public figures. Melania's legal fight could set a precedent for how future defamation cases involving celebrities, politicians, and other public figures are handled. It could dramatically change the way media outlets, like talk shows, approach stories about the personal lives of the people they cover. Think about it. If Melania wins, It could lead to a major shift in how the media covers controversial or speculative stories about politicians, celebrities, and their families. We might see a more cautious approach to how personal details are discussed on shows like The View or other major media platforms. On the flip side, this could spark a debate about the chilling effects it could have on free speech, especially when it comes to discussing the private lives of public figures. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The timing of this lawsuit couldn't be more calculated. Just as Melania files her legal claim, Donald Trump is making headlines for a whole different set of reasons. Some people are already speculating that Melania's lawsuit could be a strategic move to shift the media spotlight back onto her. With all the controversies surrounding Donald Trump's legal battles, could this be her way of reclaiming some of the media attention? Now let's talk about the comments that really pushed Melania to file this lawsuit. One of the most shocking moments was when a host claimed that Melania hates her husband and no longer wanted to live with him. Can you believe that? These kinds of personal attacks aren't just hurtful, they're highly damaging. Many viewers found themselves rewinding to make sure they heard it correctly. The audacity of those comments left a lot of people shaking their heads. This is a clear case where the line between opinion and harmful gossip gets dangerously blurry. What's been especially surprising is how quickly Melania took action. High-profile figures often take a wait-and-see approach, maybe releasing a statement or simply letting it slide. But Melania, she's going straight for the courtroom. With $100 million on the line, it's obvious she's not playing games. This isn't just a publicity stunt. This is a serious legal battle. Melania is making it clear that the impact of these comments goes far beyond a media squabble. She's fighting to protect her long-term reputation. These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience loves. It's targeted perfectly at a radically feminist liberal audience that thrives on hate. This is the kind of loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses while accusing the opposing side of the same thing. And those women, they're a danger to America, doing more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself. So what does this mean for all of us? This case raises some massive questions about the relationship between the media, public figures, and personal privacy. Can celebrities and politicians expect complete privacy, or do they have to accept a certain level of public scrutiny? Where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? The outcome of this case could reshape media law, and experts are already predicting it will have ripple effects throughout the entertainment industry. If Melania wins, we could see a huge shift in how the media handles stories about the private lives of famous people, whether they're politicians, celebrities, or their families. Of course, there's been some criticism of Melania's lawsuit. Some argue she's exploiting the situation for publicity, while others say she's standing up for her reputation and drawing a much-needed line when it comes to what's acceptable in the media. The truth is probably somewhere in between. But one thing's for sure. This lawsuit is shining a much-needed spotlight on the complicated relationship between fame, personal privacy, and media responsibility. As this case moves through the courts, all eyes will be on both Melania and The View to see how the legal system responds to her claim. This isn't just about the money. It's about setting a new standard for how the media discusses public figures. If Melania wins, we could see a massive shift in how talk shows, news outlets, and entertainment programs handle controversial subjects about celebrities and politicians. The drama is just getting started, and we'll be here every step of the way to keep you updated with all the twists, turns, and developments. So what do you think? Is Melania right to sue, or could this set a dangerous precedent for free speech in the media? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date on all the latest developments. This is one story that's sure to be talked about for a long time, and we'll be here to bring you all the updates as they unfold. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you next time with more breaking news. Take care, everyone.